to be Swift.
Yeah.
Because it happened last time. That's where this meme was born. The success that he and TSM had after tweeting that, or it actually came from him streaming and then blew up on Twitter. I want to see it now versus FlyQuest. This is actually a target that they very well could start their return of their wrath. So let's get right into Champ Select. Dignitas have had, again, honestly, this is actually a story for literally every single team in the LCS now as far as roster changes and
most of them,
and internal conflict. I would say even both sides of this matchup struggling with some of that. Dignitas, though, banning away the Gwen from the blue side, as Licorice has been one of the top lane players for sure, who has not hesitated to immediately first pick that, doesn't even care about any of the matchups, even now after more time has been given over and we're seeing more of these counters to Gwen emerge, you know, beyond the Gangplank and Akali, the Kennen, Jace as well being quite effective versus it. Banned and won't be into this game. Some of the early jungle presence too of Xin Zhao. Maybe this gets followed up with Rumble, or the early pick does come through. Dignitas have already shown Acadian's super happy to go onto Diana, and so they have other AP carry threats there ready to go from the jungle.
All right, send off the table, Akali off the table, and here we go into the first pick of the draft. You had mentioned Rumble. Certainly is a highly prized possibility. Lee Sin, Karma, I think would be my top two right now as far as high presence in the metagame. It feels like those are champions that teams are going for. Often Renekton also up there. Often maligned, but also incredibly successful in so many games.
You know what? I really like the Karma look too that you're bringing up,
but
because
Karma's banned and I'm dumb.
Because because it is banned. But Lulu fills a similar niche. They could go with that, you know, if you want to buff up Acadian as far as carry junglers, and he definitely does want to play carry jungler, so that could be a look for Dig. Solo lane, Lulu, a viable replacement, just not quite as universal.
Of course, but yes, definitely a strong one, and you can always flex that down to support really reliably, and I think like Lulu Kog'Maw looks really, really good in a lot of comps, especially if they can't reach him very easily. Diana has been rising in popularity. I think this champion is outstanding. Great to see it. Very strong early clear, can keep pace with Rumble, and I like her late game a whole lot more because Rumble brings only damage, and a lot of that, to be clear, but Diana can actually just like open you a team fight, and if they don't have flash, they're dropping beneath your feet. So I think she's a great AP jungler, suits the metagame as well. We're so often seeing like Lee Sin and Renekton and Viego and all these physical damage champions in solo lanes. You really want magic out of the jungle. It's part of what makes Rumble so good, and part of what makes Diana so good.
Yeah, Diana's definitely good in cluster comps and against combinations that are going to have very melee-heavy setups. That being said, though, we are seeing a little bit more of a resurgence of some of these counter engages. I really like when, especially coming from support role with Braum, with Tarek, these types of things where you can try and play into a lot of big AoEs. Galio as well. You know, FlyQuest have gone back to that. Could be an option for Palafox. Honestly, though, I see Palafox so much more as an individual carry. It doesn't feel like he wants to play into you know, an AoE like that, especially since they've got Rumble jungle. Generally want to leave Rumble as your big AP threat so that they can't easily itemize into your magic resistance. The Leona is banned away, having picked up the Nautilus. Like that as the kind of quick answer from support role that's possible.
Alrighty, yep. So tank being taken off the table in several cases. Silas, they don't want FlyQuest to play it. Apparently, Dignitas thinks his matchups look pretty good into someone like Lee Sin, and obviously can look really good with the Diana ultimate as well. So easy kind of choices there in some cases. Waiting for the rest of the bans to come through. Neither team has picked their bot lane proper. Only one piece of one of those lanes. So we'll see Dignitas grab their entire duo as FlyQuest figure out what their other solo lane is going to be, or maybe they grab an AD carry and just make sure they can wait for something else in case they have something spicy for like, if they pick Kog'Maw, we'll grab Malphite so we can engage, something like that.
And it looks too already, Dignitas here throwing some bans at Palafox, the Silas and both the set, definitely two champions that Palafox has used in mid lane and has used quite effectively. Also quite decent matchups there into either Renekton or Lee Sin. So whittling away at some of these possibilities. I'm assuming, by the way, that the Viego is going to Licorice, though it very well. Now with a Nocturne lock-in, looks like Palafox Viego.
So it's a bunch of champs that are pretty good at hitting the backline. Nautilus long range ulti. Rumble obviously, you know, is going to reach there every time. Nocturne the same. Viego has a somewhat hard time joining, but they don't even know what the backline is. They're just like, screw it, we're just going to be able to get on top of you. Doesn't matter who you pick, it's going to be fine. It makes me think Ezreal's instantly someone I care about. A Tom Kench support, I instantly care about that one kind of as well. Braum can do somewhat similar things in peeling. So, okay, you're going in. We'll try to push you back. What's going alongside this?
Yeah, that's the earlier call out of the Braum and the Taric type of disengaged champions are so good in this meta, and both teams fully committing into it. These are not surprising picks or surprising champions, Freak. No differences here as far as the big clumps from both sides. I will say that the Nocturne plus Rumble combination is definitely one of my favorites, because Rumble, when you get level 6, has so many options of playing to these long-range skirmishes. Nocturne is the best champion in the meta right now for any solo lane to instantly push their wave and instantly join any fight. So there is a lot of a room to work with for FlyQuest on the top side of the map. And when I have these sorts of setups of a solo lane Nocturne, a Rumble jungle, when they're level 6, immediately get a support roam timer. Dreams, get your butt up there, because even if you get yourself caught, and Dreams has got into some very sticky situations in several of these LCS games, you've got multiple people that are actually going to turn that into a favorable matchup, because Rumble and Nocturne can combine from so far away. And then guess what? That's a possible reset there for the Viego. So I really think FlyQuest should be playing off their top triangle of the map, post level 6 there, to be able to open up some room, get a support roam timing and see if they can make the difference that way. Because off of a Ezreal Braum lane, when you're facing that, yeah, it's hard to make a play on bottom side, but guess what? It's easy to push them in and get your support roam timing. So my eyeballs are both going to be on Dreams for a lot of the early and mid-game transition period here. See if they can get him some roam timings and actually make use of them.
Yeah, definitely the ultimate weak side bot lane. Braum and Ezreal just really chilling. Pretty much impossible to dive. That's okay. Go somewhere else. Only downside for them on the Dignitas side is Braum not the same roam power that Nautilus has. Not only will the bot lane have pressure, but the Nautilus is going to have a better time leaving and doing stuff as well. So not only pressure in the 2-on-2, but pressure elsewhere on the map. So my eyes are on Dreams as the biggest sort of champ selected.
Our eyes are in the same place.
Yeah.
We got 4 eyeballs.
We got 4 eyeballs all looking at Dreams. Our eyelids might be closed, but we're still watching them. Whether awake or not, Dreams on our minds, and we'll see if he can make the impact here to this game. We are on to the Rift. Dignitas versus FlyQuest. Dignitas have fully removed Dardoch from the roster. Acadian is at all times now the starting jungler for the squad. You see he's been in for a few weeks, but sadly, this has not led to success. Dignitas on 5 losses in a row. Hoping to turn around what's been a bit of a slump. They were so good for the first half of the year, but as things broke down, they switched things around, and it sadly has not picked up the pieces since then. FlyQuest, sadly for them, have been somewhat middling for a while. 9-19, not quite where they wanted to be. Licorice has talked many times about how it's been just a very different thing. He's not on Cloud9 anymore. He's not been like crushing Challenger or Academy and then winning the LCS and getting these first team votes. And then, well, now it's a very different experience for him, and he's had to grow into this kind of role as there's several rookies around him on this side. And let's see what FlyQuest can do now up against a team that honestly to me I favor. I think FlyQuest are the favorites coming into this game, and I want to see him take care of business.
Yeah, it's definitely not the same experience for Licorice this year as compared to his years on Cloud9. It's been quite a tumultuous couple of splits there for FlyQuest. So looking to see if they can set themselves up for more success. I think to me one of the biggest things is when you have newer players and some rookies and you're looking for some of these individual performances, that's one thing, but the team coordination for FlyQuest has been some of the worst in the LCS.
Yeah, true. They've definitely faltered in the mid to late game macro for sure. See if they can capitalize a bit more into this one. Dignitas sometimes can give the things away. Pretty decent poke, though. 1 hit away from a stun than a Dreams as he felt safe with Aftershock. And, I mean, honestly, yeah, Neo's at half, but he'll sustain back up. He's even got biscuits for extra sustain.
Yeah, anytime you see that as well, even they see small things of like the extra Mystic shot has to come through past this minion, and a little bit to the side to try and block it there goes a long way as far as adding up these incremental little chips away at your health. Already you can see Dreams is chunked down, 1 potion remaining. Aphromoo and Neo doing a very good job here early on. They land their skill shots. It's the biggest thing. Yes, it's kind of a meme with Ezreal because he even has a voice line that talks about it, but
yeah,
when you land those...
that was only a warning shot. Must have hopped off a cricket or something. I play Ezreal. The lines are very long. Okay. I get distracted while playing him.
But it makes it so much easier to play this lane when you get to push up like this, and you actually got wave control there. Yeah, he did take a turret shot here, so a little bit of damage given back, but you want to be able to push up and be able to harass them under tower while they're trying to pick up CS against the tower. Not only is it already difficult for Tristana with the explosive shot, little chips of damage, get some awkward health percentages there sometimes, but Mystic shots and Braum Qs coming through. So good opening there from the bottom side of Dig, allows Acadian an easy route towards bottom Scuttle Crab. Picks that one up effortlessly here on the Diana, and keeping to a smooth clear on Diana early on is very, very... Ooh, we're going to have a dive.
3-man dive. Licorice will be the one to set it up. Dodges away from the stun a little bit. The flash followed. Purple has to drop aggro now as well. The fear, the shield, that will be Palafox dying as Yasui has TP'd in to follow. First blood comes in, but not a bloodless dive.
Yeah, 1-for-1 traded right there. FlyQuest slightly come out ahead, though one of the biggest rewards that you usually talk about is the big minion wave that dives to the tower. Because the teleport comes in from Yasui, not only do they get the counter kill, but he also picks up that wave, and then Fate God can just go mid, and you don't lose out as a team on any resources, even though Fate God himself does lose out a bit. And here we see it again, Licorice charged up his stun, then goes through as Fate God dashed in, and you can just trade the tower aggro there using the flash. But too long under tower, it's a return gank.
He's already board hopped, so flash will have to be the way out for Yasui. Might Q follow, gets the slow, one more hit, can't quite get it. Jose had no harpoons left, I believe.
Chase.
And he's able to walk out. Now Fate God is on the backside, ready to keep going. Acadian's here as well. Looking for some Swift Wrath that Jose Diodo. A flashless rumble is always dying here. Who gets the gold? It goes to Diana. 2-1 start for Dignitas.
Oh, Fate God knows who the real carry is. It's gonna be Jungle Diana. Acadian getting set up for success also helps push the wave. So he is level 5 now. 32 CS with the kill picked up now too. Definitely could be a big breaking point, because Diana, if you get an early lead in the jungle like this, you start to run this rumble off. It is experience lead to him. Palafox is going to get caught here, but shouldn't be any sort of extra damage given through because jungles are very far away, so no commitment to a fight. Meanwhile, Jose, after that kind of corral into the other top lane kill there, is going to play a little bit of catch up here. Diana's going to get access to the next scuttle as well, so Jose going to try and power farm up to level 6 so he can have a say about it. Meanwhile, Acadian already setting sights towards top lane again. Remember, Licorice does not have flash on Viego and still not level 6. Means Viego won't have his ultimate to escape either. Should be an easy setup.
Empowered stun available. Diana on top. Licorice is going to try to get away. He's going to hit some minions. He gets 6, and it's not going to be enough in time. Ult doesn't quite go off on cooldown. Nice foresight to realize what he needed. He was pretty close to the eventual escape, but couldn't quite make it happen. So 3-1 Dignitas, but a counterplay on the other side. Jose Diodo pathing top towards bottom, gets himself on the dragon, and with some decent bot pressure, which again we expected out of Trist Nautilus. They're going to be safe to take this one without contest.
Yeah, even though FlyQuest does get the leftovers here as far as the first dragon, and Jose does the correct move given that top lane died, I think it's a really good plan and repeat gank here from Acadian to topside. Because, as we mentioned, as the team didn't lose out overall on the extra minion wave there since Yasui teleported top and was able to collect it, Fate God did. So Fate God was starving a little bit up there on top side, and with the wave out in the middle of the lane, it was a really easy wraparound for Acadian to repeat gank top side, punish this Viego who had no flash and no ultimate at the time of engagement for an escape, to get level 6 Diana, get another kill under his belt, and you see he's going to be very, very powerful here early on. All he's got to worry about now are the Nocturne movements, because Palafox is going to be the one looking to turn around these plays on Acadian, on the Diana, And since he still has his flash, should feel pretty confident in doing that.
All right, next punish. When's it coming? Rumble is topside. Diana the same. We can still see Fate God and Licorice in battle with their junglers. A huge CS lead for Licorice, despite the death he picked up, despite the assists on Fate God. The farm is much, much better for Viego, and here comes another reinforcement. Acadian's right there, and level 6. Now there is an ult on Viego. Gonna burn it. That's going to immune Acadian's R, so out he goes.
Yeah, good timing there. You can easily Viego ultimate, Diana ultimate basically every time because there is the extra timing there from Diana as it comes down. So really nice job by Licorice. As soon as he sees him coming up the lane, procs it.
Fear, there's a lot of damage. Yasui trading in, and if Palafox had more cooldowns, like I think he can't even afford R, that was nearly a kill under turret.
Yeah, just thinking about it, keeping him in sight range, but he knows Acadian also was last seen top side and went right back into the jungle, so definitely a super dangerous dive there to give anything back over. Much, much simpler here to just take, or at least start up the Rift Trail. Yasui doesn't have teleport, so he's coming from base. So FlyQuest should know, with the mid priority that Palafox got, winning that duel, they've got the early start on it. 1,000 health, very close though. Acadian's just biding his time.
The Dreams is here. It's actually a 5 versus 1. He walks away, and no anchor gonna land. It's gonna be grabbed, but here comes the fight. They're gonna find the knockup. Palafox flashing away. Tree shot barrage hits on a 3, and the fight might continue. Johnson's gonna jump over the wall, but Lee Sin is there. A flash to save. Doesn't want to get kicked into the team. Buzzer shot brings him back out. Dreams is gonna flash out as well. So FlyQuest lose a lot of cooldowns, 4 flashes and a heal, but it is still gonna be them picking up the Rift Herald as now Fate God and Licorice do battle topside.
Not only do they lose a lot of flashes, but they also lose control of the map. So when you get chased off an objective like that and you lose a bunch of health, it allows the extra wave to get pushed in, plus then the rest of Dignitas clean up the mid-range resources here. Actually just leaves the ward though.
He's got a farm, Kobe.
Got better stuff to do, you know, this is turbo carry Diana, can't be bothered auto-attacking a ward, I guess. I mean,
yeah.
It gives...
Just send someone else to kill that ward.
It gives you gold, freak.
Yeah, but it's only 30 gold. Chickens are worth like 95. 95 is better than 30. I know that one. That's the quick maths.
That's why we've got you here,
yeah,
baby.
Yeah. Except in golf. Then it would be worse.
Luckily, Acadian doesn't play golf. Not a Chad sport.
You know, I'll be honest. I feel like he's the kind of guy who plays golf.
I know that he does play volleyball.
Okay.
I've played volleyball.
Big damage. Bot side. Aframu not quite caught with the rocket jump forward, but now there's a jungler. Acadian is in for a lot of damage onto Rumble. Turned back on, though, by the support. Acadian dropped low, anchored again, feared up, and Palafox gets the shutdown. Traded back, though, as Yasui gets one, but he will also, gets a second kill before dropping. And now Aframu going to be a target, puts the shield up, and he's going to run out of health. And Palafox is still on the chase. A double kill for Dreams. Our eyes did not deceive us. Neo flashes just barely to safety, almost kills Palafox. Out they go. What a close fight.
What a close fight, and yet it is extra gold here on the side of FlyQuest. Palafox trying to fish around here for a Q kill. Does pop the extra post biscuit there at the end. Heal right back up, but man, what a brawl. And it is 30 seconds ahead of the Dragon. So the big takeaway after that brawl, yes, the extra difference in kill for a little bit of gold, but the long cooldown on your ultimate. So here's another look at the start. They use Rumble Ultimate super early on there on bottom side, trying to break down Aframu. So that's why Acadian tries to get the 100% onto Jose, but he can't quite finish it. This looks so much different if he finishes Jose there. He gets trapped coming out of stasis, and Palafox is able to get it, turning it into a counter, and Jose gets to go right back in. Does get the extra damage there on Lee Sin to finish him off, allowing the turnaround since Dignitas bottom lane was also fishing for it. Here's the big breaking point, though. The ultimate into flash there from Neo, very close. Maybe he could have tried to angle a kill a little bit to the side there for Palafox, but good dodge from Palafox. All the extra speed on Nocturne makes that a hard kill to finish off.
For sure. Well played either side, and he forced the flash, right? So nice move by Palafox. Gets that one off the Ezreal, so can be certainly grabbed. Acadian going to be attacked here. CC chain comes in, but not an easy kill. Ulti basically back up. Look for that one. Equalizer comes over the top. Decent damage, but Aframu is able to jump back to his team to stay safe. Quick stun comes in, traded back. Here comes the party, but it's not going to be nearly enough damage. Nocturne, but doesn't like being out of the turret. So now we're grouped up. True Shot Barrage hits 3. The quick sidestep. Fake God wants in. Flashes, dashes, goes for the stun. But will it be enough? Looks like FlyQuest dreams have crashed as 3 kills are picked up. Make it a 4th, and it's time for a chase down onto Licorice. He's got to run away. Huge team fight. Dignitas go 4-0, and Dragon is theirs.
All right, round 1 scoring of our bottom lane brawls, Freak. Very close. That was like maybe a 6 to Dig, a 7.5 to FlyQuest. But round 2 is a clean sweep, undisputed victors there. Dignitas, and again, this is actually with a delayed call on the teleport, because I was watching Minimap, and Dignitas make the call to just disengage here. They could have channeled the Renekton teleport right now. There's nothing stopping them, but they make the call to just disengage. They're saying, you know what, we have Braum, we can get out. And Aphromoo, good unbreakable into ultimate, then Acadian goes in, and they actually, I believe, Buster shot at him out after.
So no damage.
On the ult combo. So yes, they don't take damage, but it puts him back into safety and buys time. Then Fake God gets his teleport off before the Nocturne ultimate. So he goes in, huge AoE, finishes off his heal on, I believe it touched all 5 members with his Q there before exiting and allowing the full collapse from Yasui to come in, finish up the extra kills. Acadian picks a few off, and it's now 4 kills onto Yasui on the Lee Sin as well, in addition to Dragon number 2 going their way. I just like the chain of communication there, how they don't rush the teleport. They wait for the teleport. They say, hey, we've got enough to disengage with Braum, with Diana there. And then after the Rumble ult is already used, after the Buster shot is already used, then they just barely get this teleport timing from Fake God in after the full commitment of FlyQuest and are able to punish them. Small little window of timing that actually makes a big difference.
Alrighty, well, bot lane now being pushed in. Dignitas going to feel a lot safer with the fact that they're winning the fights, and I feel like maybe you slowed down FlyQuest. Haven't seen Dreams get around the map too much, sadly. He's been pretty well locked in lane, as Neo has farmed pretty much equally to Johnson. Scaling just fine, should feel pretty comfy. Looking for the next one, as that's going to be the junglers seeing each other. Top laners now fighting as well. Who's going to win this battle? Because Nocturne turns off the lights, and Viego comes over the top, and they're going to find their wrath. Acadian has been dropped, and now Diana fights for FlyQuest. Licorice not going to have the easiest time in that battle. We'll catch a wave, then peace out.
Yeah, that's the difficulties of making these plays versus a Nocturne. You can say, typing in your all chat mid-diff, but that's the nature of the champion. You have to respect the paranoia. Palafox, very good move up the river. Ultimate turns that 2v2. Also getting Acadian's flash out there in his attempt to try and make it a 1-for-1. So FlyQuest getting some little things back for themselves after that devastating loss they suffered on the bottom side of the map.
Well, we'll see if they can lick their wounds and catch back up. 1900 gold is not an insurmountable deficit. Flash comes in. It's enough to get him in range for the ulti after the arcane shift. So Neo is attacked. He flashes back to safety and just gets enough as Aphro brings up the door and says no damage comes through here. So Summoner's lost. Sure, 4 brought down. But survival is the name of the game here. Dignitas will be able to catch the waves and stay alive down here.
Interesting that they're forcing on bottom side as well right now, since no dragon, no extra resources to be able to get off of that bottom side. They end up using kind of comparable cooldowns, but also showing their jungler. And anytime you're showing your jungler into one of these extremely difficult bottom lanes to kill, they were trying to take advantage of the small window there where Aphromoo is up the river, but it results in a loss. So there's always an opportunity cost. Even though it doesn't feel like you lose too much going for that, it does result in Acadian getting Rift Herald number 2, top side of the map as well, allowing for the solo lanes to push in.
So now we'll see if that can cascade somewhere else then, right? When does the first turret fall, since the second Herald is going to crash for 2,500 plus in a lot of cases? 2,750 is the max it can deal if it's killed really, really late on and everyone's leveled up a bunch. But either way, well over 2K, easily half a turret. And that means first turret probably goes Dignitas' way once he shows up to a lane. I mean, boss pushing right now, that could be done. Top's not in too bad a shape. I think mid's okay as well. But yeah, if they want to crash bottom turret, that thing is dead off just the Herald charge, I believe. Top lane fight, Fake God and Licorice just Licorice mostly disengaging, can pretty easily sustain off the minions. His passive works at full power still in this patch against them.
Yeah.
So that's going to be him just, well, I just W away, no big deal, and we come back later.
Yeah, plus with the Divine Sunder rush there, fairly tanky build for the Viego, able to sustain even with Renekton rushing into Bramble Vest. And remember, Renekton was also kind of starved early with the extra minion wave dive that occurred, so Fake God kind of rushed into some early armor purchases in addition to his own Gore Drinker.
All right, well, Dragon up in 5 seconds. FlyQuest clearly put resources down to this side of the map. Both top laners have teleport. Herald summon in middle will not quite kill the turret, but if they can auto it a couple of times, it'll happen. Wait till it spawns. Now it pulls aggro, and this will mean the turret falls. No problem at all. The charge will kill. That is first turret taken in mid, and a good job to make that play as the rest of the resources were put in bot lane. There was no way that those two were getting stopped. So gold has been earned, but not yet spent. It will not change the outcome of this fight intrinsically, as, okay, Nocturne is going to be clearing the way back to his turret, but can always join the fight.
Yeah, he can join the fight, and he could lock Fake God out. If they Nocturne ultimate early, he has to Nocturne ultimate early, tell Licorice to back off, and Licorice channel your teleport, while Fake God could not. They're not going to make the call to rush into it, though. And by virtue of the extra deep wards here through the jungle and making it very risky for FlyQuest to walk up to that into a Braum, it looks like they just make the call, hey, we're going to make our Nocturne play later, make our all-in later, trying to cut off the extra members.
All right. Well, so far so good. Then Dignitas, honestly, they are in complete control of this game. It feels like they've gotten the last couple of Dragons. I believe the last 2 directly. They've won the last couple of team fights here as well now. And as they've gotten first turret, it's feeling pretty good. Going to keep stacking towards an Ocean Soul. Mostly FlyQuest comp is not low damage, so they can burn through it. I mean, especially if Tristana's getting farm, and she is 171 CS. Pretty reasonable. Decent pace for sure for Johnson, so can keep that one going. Doing the Phantom Dancer, build a single target, and Acadian just still stacking up.
And so there's 2 things. Yeah, there is going to be Ocean Soul. There's going to be more Ocean Drakes on the way for either team. Plus, if you're FlyQuest, you're looking across at a 4 Conqueror team with multiple healing mythics as well. 2 Gore Drinkers, plus the Riftmaker, plus the Divine Sunder.
Yeah.
So there's a tremendous amount of sustain coming out from Dignitas, plus they're the ones in lead for Dragons. So Grievous Wounds definitely on your mind.
Yes, the question is, well, there's no good Thornmail users, so you can't go for that one.
Yeah.
And, okay, maybe you Oblivion Orb on Rumble. That's an okay choice. Otherwise, it's Executioners on probably Tristana, and you hate to have to sidetrack core DPS items on Trist. So.
I would actually venture, my first choice would be Jose with an Oblivion Orb. My second would actually probably be Palafox Executioners, since he is diving in on the priority target, and Nocturne does get off the AoE, so let's see about this dive first.
3v1 top side, lights turn out. TP comes down just in time, though, as here comes the push in. He's very, very low. The first kill comes across. Ezreal helps, and they're going to get the trade kill on Viego, but still, the Lee Sin TP makes it a 2-for-1, still a lead to FlyQuest, showing signs of life and picking off a couple of kills.
And it should be multiple turrets in exchange. On the bottom side, you see Acadian pushing with the Diana mid lane. Is gone immediately there as Dignitas push forward on it. So it is just 1 extra kill given over, but 1 extra tower is traded for it. So extra teleport used as well. Definitely not a big mover as far as the state of the game, and it's going to be more about setting up some of these deep wards through the jungle, trying to see about the rotation. You see Dignitas here laying a lot through, and they should be able to pick off Dreams.
Yeah, he's going to try to run away, puts on the shield, gets ulted right back into place, and the kill comes over.
These are the things we said in the beginning of the game, Freak. All 4 eyeballs on Dreams. Now, you know when you make a power play on one side of the map, there's a sum total of half of the map that is not yours anymore. Honestly, all right, never mind. We're going to have another fight.
Yeah, we got a Strybicker Neo jumping away. We know with no Diana ult, this could be a winnable fight. Brahms at the front line. Equalizer gets very little done as Neo walks up forward. Doesn't have a problem with that one at all. And Renekton is happy to tank the turret. The tower dive gets the kill into Licorice.
All right, we're trying to say zero-sum game here. You have all your members on top side of the map. Bottom side is not yours to move into. It's not safe. It's dangerous. So if you are a single support moving by yourself into what is the side of the map you just gave up, you have to assume that your opponents left behind ward. So you have to assume that they have big potential. re-entering this side of the jungle, and there's no caution there from FlyQuest. They give it up, and a big play from Dig again. Another kill, another tower for them.
All right, FlyQuest getting it back on the map, though. Doing their best to stay in this game. A 4,000 gold deficit is rough, not unwinnable, but a hard one. As, yeah, Dreams just kind of, maybe we can catch Acadian. He gets that ward, but then collapsed. Wait, oh, he turned around. That turnaround is what got him. I think he could have gotten away otherwise.
Yeah. Flashes out towards the bottom side. No escape at that point. It looked like Jose actually, with the harpoon, did get the Gromp, though. So at least they got the Gromp. That's going to be a bit of gold. Here's the re-dive, though, as FlyQuest return down. And again, they walk straight over. They clear out this ward, but is kind of all in preparation, just baiting them in. Past the control ward that's under tower there. Fake God's able to teleport on right behind him, and they close the trap shut.
Alrighty, well done. Good job. Dignitas just getting kill over kill over kill. 4-0-4 on the Ezreal. That feels pretty relevant for his username, honestly, as we push down for the bot lane outer, but no, Licorice does not feel safe at all to push the turret against Renekton, but now with the Nocturne ult on, maybe they're going to go for it after all. Finds the stun, big damage, can easily disengage when needed to. Licorice will drop aggro a bit early, ults right back in. This could mean doom for Palafox, though, as the shields come in, they just cannot find this kill. Yikes. Meanwhile, Acadian solo killed Johnson. 2 kills come in now for the Renekton. FlyQuest cannot buy a kill. They cannot buy their own lives. Acadian, one auto gets the stun. Q's gonna land for Ezreal, and unstoppable. Neo gets his 5th kill. 2 more assists in there as well, 16-7. 3rd Drake for Dignitas gonna be no problem. And you know what? The wrath has indeed been swift. 24 minutes in, and Dignitas are completely crushing this game.
Yeah, that one from beginning to end, you are grimacing, Freak, as you're watching this unfold, because you already know the results. It's going to be total map control. That is Soul Point. That is set up on Baron. Now, Palafox doesn't have teleport or Nocturne ultimate to get there from the base, so I do like this setup from Dig already baiting out.
Huge damage, though. Neo drops so dangerously low, but they just don't have the damage anymore. It could have been a 1-for-1 and maybe enough that would have stopped Baron. End of the day, with Neo having to sustain off of the jungle camps, maybe it will stop it after all. It's not a horrible play, but now they're going to try again. Just desperation plays, but Diana flashes into ult on the 2. They found a kill on the Rumble. The Zhonya's Hourglass buys the time they need to not drop anyone else. Here comes the dive back in, and Nocturne just doesn't have the damage anymore. The wallets are just too skinny. Dignitas get another team fight. They get the Bud Light ace. It's 21-7. They have slaughtered FlyQuest.
This team has had so many of these mid-game, just looks like full-on collapses. As far as it even reminds you of teams kind of throwing everything against the wall, having given up and looking just for anything, just going for any sort of anybody out of position, randomly dive, randomly throw everything at a 5-person setup on Baron. 2 members of FlyQuest here trying to contest with the rest of the team trailing. Dignitas jump right over into their faces, so it's a really good turn from Dig. At this point, FlyQuest are thinking maybe we can punish with Neo super low health. We can go in with a surprise play on Brush, but Acadian gets in there, flash ultimate. He even gets his Zhonya's off in time. Palafox wants to finish the kill just to get something back for themselves, but even denied that.
Well, this one is all Dignitas now. They will end the loss streak at 0-5. They are almost certainly picking up this win. Still 2 minutes on the Red Bull Baron power play. 3 minutes till the Ocean Soul is theirs for the taking. That will pretty much put the nail in the coffin. The final nail, I should say. They've already put several in so far. They've got a nail gun just hammering them in 21 times so far. Maybe a couple more until it actually gets sealed shut and no zombies coming back out. Here we go. Tier 2 turret gonna be dropping. FlyQuest hoping they can somehow kick that thing, that they were buried prematurely, but it seems so unlikely.
Yeah, Dignitas do feel like a team that would properly prepare for a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
They've got a teleport ready, so they're prepared for this one.
Double
and they
TP
get in time, Justin. I was going to say.
That's so good. Really, really well played. That's just like really being on point.
They were like, we saw the first infected zombie.
Yeah.
Everybody get up.
Quick, get the flamethrowers, knock him down. Curiously, it's FlyQuest who have one. Already 1 for 0, though. Nocturne just dies inside his base. Let's go for round 2. Goodbye. Double kill is into Yasui. Renekton finds number 3. Fake God's feeling good about this one. And 24/7. Every single hour of the day, Dignitas has been beating FlyQuest. They go for number 4. He's going to hold back to safety. Licorice will just barely stay alive, but the base will not do the same. The turrets are dropping. Neo's putting in the damage. They find the stun. They go to 25, and maybe they pad the stats as Jose Diodo gets the Zonias. Can they get the kill? No, they cannot. It will instead be 1 kill handed over, but who cares? Dignitas with a commanding win over FlyQuest.
Yeah, they double tapped him for sure.